Okay, so what we have here is a pressure regulator. I just found out from a plumber today that my pressure regulator isn't working, so I need to replace it. I never knew that they needed to be replaced, but now I do. So one thing I've done is I've looked at it, and if you look here, there's a number 1, because sometimes it's 3/4 inch, sometimes it's 1 inch. You need to make sure you have the right one. So the first thing I need to do is shut off the water, which is located here. So I'll shut the water off right there. Then I'm going to go in the house and relieve the inside pressure by turning on one of the faucets. So I'll be right back. Okay, so first, one thing I want to go through are the tools that I have for this project. I have 2 plumber's wrenches, and what I've purchased for the replacement, I have the parts here. I have the 1 inch. It also came with the bolts here, which will not be used because these bolts do not come off. And I also have to use some Teflon tape that I'll put on the threads when I put it in there. One important thing to remember is you have the washers that will go in to replace the washers that are in the unit. Okay, stand by for a second. Let me make sure the water is off. Okay, so first thing I want to do is loosen up the bolts here. So for the one on the right, it's going to come down. So there's going to be a little water leakage. Don't worry about it. So I'll work that off here. It'll come off pretty easily. All right, there you go. So I go to the other side. Now it's going to go in the opposite direction. So I flip it up. Hold it still there. See if I can work it off by hand. Okay, good. So this should come right out. There you go. Good. Okay, so what I had on one side was a filter. On the other side, I have the O-ring there. So I'm going to keep this here so I can remember exactly how I had it. Here's my new 1 inch. Going to replace it exactly as I had it. Now, my new unit did not come with the filter. So that causes me some concern there that I don't have a filter coming into my unit. So what I'm going to do is take the old filter and put it back on. Okay? And I'm going to use the new O-ring on the other side. Now, this isn't in the instructions, but I think there's a reason why that filter. Okay, so one thing to remember is the direction. Okay, so water's going in, so the direction arrow is very important. All right, so I have the Teflon tape on. I have the filter on one side. I'm going to try to slide this in here with the O-ring. It's pretty tight. I'm going to get that one in there first. Try to work. I have it lined up now with the arrows going perfectly. I have the O-ring set. Have the tape in there. I'm just going to work it on with my hands and hold it still. Take the other one. Work it on. All right. Have it hand tightened a little. So far, this is a 5-minute job. All right, so tighten it a little, work the other side. looks good. I'm gonna do one more on the other side. All right, okay, I think we're done. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is, the water's open on the inside, I'm gonna open it slowly. Check for leaks. It's automatically set at 50. Stop it. Okay, so I had a little air going through there. You'll hear that. Freaked me out for a bit, but that's normal. It goes away. All right, so the water's back on. Let me check to make sure the water's working inside the house. And I have no leaks. Looks pretty good. Hold on.